we have a piece of hardware we have to update downstairs in addition to the service that we upgraded. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Amanda, Program Director here at the Senior Center in Milford, Connecticut. Gorgeous morning today. We're tuning in today to Tai Chi with Marty 24 form. Just a few reminders, make sure that you have plenty of safe space to move in so you won't bump into anything wherever you're choosing to do Tai Chi this morning. Make sure you're wearing clothes that you can move in freely. And please make sure that you work at your pace. And if you have any questions about what type of exercise you should be doing, to contact your physician. Thanks a lot and have a great morning. Have fun, Marty.
Thank you, Amanda. Welcome to Tai Chi 24 form, session number 3. In session number 1, we practiced and the opening move, where we start out standing vertically and then we inhale, and as we exhale, we bend our knees, shift our core, and then inhale again as we open the toe, exhale as we shift the center. Inhale, wrist, body, and elbows up. That's the opening move. In session, we detailed and practiced gentle wave begin. We're equally weighted between 2 feet. Our core is centered in the middle. Inhale and shift left, right toe up. Pause as you pivot left. Exhale together. Hands in a position where they look like they're holding. Very good. Today, we're going to work on wild horse parts its mane. That's the third move in the 24 form. I'll demonstrate it, and then we'll work the body work, then the hand work, then put them together, talk about how we should be watching what we're doing and how we should be moving. So here's wild horse ball at the end of gentle wave begin. We open the left heel in a diagonal direction, hands up and down as we shift over the toes, and then turn toward the front position. Rock back, let the toes come up, turn to our left, shift forward, put our feet together, and our hands are in the hold forward. Then we're going to do it in the opposite direction. Open, hands up and down, shift, turn. Rock back, turn right, shift forward, together, hold it. So we do it both on the right side and the left side. Now, let's practice the footwork and the body work first. Our weight is centered on the right foot. Remember, at the end of the left toe, just hold within 2 to 3 inches of the right foot. And the first thing you do is open the left heel as if you're walking sideways. Now, I'm facing in this direction, and I'm opening the heel in the same direction as the plane of my body. So I'm opening the heel in the direction of my shoulder. Another way to talk about it is if I'm facing the right diagonal, I'm opening the heel along the left diagonal. Now, remember, in the opening move, we bent our knees, we shifted right, and we opened the left toe. We bent our knees, we shifted right, and we opened the left toe. It's important that you stay balanced over the plant foot so that when you open the heel, you can bring it back. You haven't committed the weight, and you certainly don't want to crash on. So bend your knees, make sure the core is over the right foot, left heel is up, and move the left heel out and put it down first. Just as a reminder, when I say open the heel, that means move the left or whichever heel out and put it down first. One other thing to be very careful of, when you open the heel, make sure you open it in the direction of your shoulder, as if you're walking sideways. When you walk sideways, the heel goes out in the direction of your shoulder. So that's one thing. Don't move the heel forward, move it out in the direction of your shoulder. The second thing is don't turn the toes out when you do it. Just move the heel out. The toe stays pointing in the same direction as it was when the feet were close together. So move the heel out without turning out the toe. Move the heel out without turning out the toe. And your shift right, left heel up. Open the left heel in the direction of your shoulder. Now, shift gradually and slowly, like sand in an hourglass, over the toe. Remember, in the second move, which was gentle wave begins, we shifted our weight over the heel so that the toe came up. We shifted our weight over the heel so that the toe came up. In wild horse parts its mane, we want to open the heel in the direction of our shoulder without turning out our toes, and then shift the weight over the toes. Now, as you do that, notice that the right heel was shifted over the left toe. Notice that the right heel is not pressing against the floor as firmly as the ball of the right foot. Shift back over the right, bring the toe in, heel up. Open the left heel in the direction of your shoulder. Now shift over the toes and notice how when your floor is over, the right heel is very light to the floor. That's important because the next thing we're going to do is turn toward the wall. And when we do that, it's important that our right heel swings out. Now, Tai Chi is very safe. It's a gradual exercise. There are two things that you want to be careful of not to strain your knee. One, as you bend your knee, make sure that it doesn't go past the toe. So you don't want to go too far. That's a strain on the knee. Make sure that when you move forward, the knee doesn't go further forward than the toe. The second thing is to make sure that the knee is lined up with the toe. So it should not be to the outside of the toe or to the inside of the toe. It needs to be lined up. And your knee will tell you if you've gone too far or if you're on the outside or if you're on the inside. Now, that's very important when you open the heel, shift over the toes, and then turn. As long as I'm over the toe, my back heel will swing out. Now, if I don't shift all the way over the toe, and I turn, and the heel isn't light enough to the floor to swing out, can you see how my back knee is way inside the toe? That's a strain. So when you do this, make sure that you've shifted the core of your vertical body over the toe so the back heel is light to the floor. And when you turn to a center position, the back heel swings out. Okay, let's practice that again. Weights on the right foot, left heels are up to the floor. Open the left heel in the direction of your shoulder without turning out the toe. Shift over the toe. And then turn toward the wall. Right heel out. Now, rock back onto the position that the right heel just occupied. New place for the heel. And notice that the left toes come up. Now, turn everything to the left diagonal. Notice that the toes turn as well as your hips and your shoulders, your eyes, and everything else. And now shift over the left toes. And when you feel balanced enough, bring the right toe up, put it down 2 or 3 inches from the left instep. Let's go over that again. Bend your knees, shift right, left heel up. Open the left heel in the direction of your shoulder without turning out. Now shift. Rock back over the right heel, left toes come up. Turn everything to the left. Shift forward. And when you feel balanced, bring the right toe up. Now open the right heel in the direction of the shoulder. Shift over the right toes and then turn to a center position. Rock back over the left heel, the right toes come up, turn right, everything swings right. Shift forward over the right toes, and when balanced, bring the left toe up down 2 or 3 inches from the right instep. Open the left heel, shift over the left toes, turn to center. Rock back, turn left, shift forward, bring the toe up. Open the right heel in the direction of your right shoulder without turning out the toes. Shift over the right toes and turn to center. Good. Now, one of the things that you see that I'm emphasizing is don't turn out the toes when you open the heel. Here's why. I open the heel, I shift over the toes, and then I turn to center. And I hope you can notice that the toes are actually diagonally across my body. Let's see if I can change the angle a little. Open the heel in the direction of my shoulder, shift over the toes, and then turn toward the center. See, now my body's facing this way, but the toe is kind of across. Why is that important? Well, if I turn the toe straight and shift over the toe, and you can try this, you could see if somebody touched my shoulder, I could easily fall forward, or if they pushed me this way, I could easily fall back. Like these 2 feet are on a balance beam. Now, if the toe is turned in across my body, and now turn your toe in so that it's facing a little across your body, can you feel how much more stable you are? So that's the reason for opening the heel without turning out the toe. If I open the heel and turn out the toe, and then shift over the toes and turn to center, I'm on that balance. Okay, let's practice some more, and then we'll go on to the hand movement. Open the heel in the direction of your shoulder without turning out the toes. Shift over the toes, and then turn to center. Rock back over the right heel, the left toes come up. Turn everything from the hips to the left. Now shift over the left toe. Bring the right toe up. Open, shift, turn. Back, turn, shift. Open, shift, turn. Back, turn, shift. Notice something else, and this will keep you diagonal. Let's say it's the right diagonal. And then you're going to shift over. And then you're going to turn back to center. And then to the right. And back to center. And then to the left. Realizing where you are and how the move changes. Once more. Open the heel. Shift over the toes. And then turn toward the center, make sure the back heel points out. Rock back, turn left, shift, and put the feet together. Open, shift, turn, make sure the heel points out. Back, turn, shift, put the feet together. Open, shift, turn, back, turn, shift, and put the feet together. Very good. Now let's work on the arm movement. Remember, after you did gentle wave begins, your arms are in this position, and we call this holding the ball. There's no move in the 24 form called hold the ball. It's just a description of how your arms are. Now, when you look at me actually resting my arm on the ball, you can see that the fingers are lower than the wrist, as is the elbow. My arm is curved just like it's resting on a ball, not like it's resting on a bookshelf. So it's resting on a ball. And notice that it only comes this high, not up here in front of my face. Now, the other hand is underneath the ball. So when I remove the ball, notice that this hand is curved also. The other thing about one of you, they're not right up against depth. You're not holding. So let's just work. Our feet are going to be facing straight ahead. We're going to turn our body from one side to the other. The feet don't move because we're just working on the arms now. Let's start. I've got my right arm up. You put your left arm up so that I'm kind of the mirror image for you. And then you want to turn to the left. Now, just let your left wrist float straight down. Just like it did in the opening move with both wrists. The wrists came up, and then the wrists went down, and the fingers kind of floated in the air and came down afterwards. So we're turned left, and the left arm is up. And that's pretty easy to remember. Even I can remember it. When you're turned right, the right arm is going to be up. So you're turned left, and the left arm is up. Left wrist float straight down with the palm facing the floor, and it goes down until your elbow is curved, not so much that your elbow is straight and long, and not so little that your elbow is bent. The palm floats down until really it's at the level of your hip. And then once it gets down, turn straight ahead. So you're facing to your left, palm drops down, and turn to straight ahead. Now, turn to the right, and it's right hand that's on top of the ball. The wrist drops down, palm facing the floor, and then turn to straight ahead. Now turn to your left. The wrist drops down, turn to straight ahead. Now turn to your right. The wrist drops down and turn to straight ahead. Now notice when the body actually turns a little bit away from it. Turn left, left arm up. The wrist drops down and turn to straight ahead. Turn right. The wrist drops down and turn to straight ahead. Okay, so that's what the hand does that's on top of the ball. How about the hand that's underneath the ball? Turn left, and it's the right hand that's underneath the ball. Let the fingers and wrists float up until the hand's facing your chest, until the palm is facing your chest, and then turn to straight. Now, around, the body turns. So turn left, Right hand is under the ball so that the elbow is curved and it's out in front of you enough that there's room for the ball behind it. The wrist and fingers float up to chest level, not to face level, and then turn to center. Now, one other thing, and I'm going to turn sideways so that I hope you can see. When the wrist and fingers float up, they float up way out here, like the ball was still filling the space. So don't bend the elbow and bring the hand up close to you. The wrist and fingers float up way out in front of you. So turn to the left, the right hand's under the ball. Wrist and fingers float up to chest level, and then turn to straight. Now, let's turn to the right, and the left hand's under the ball. The wrist and fingers float up and turn to straight. From left, right hand under the ball. The wrist and fingers float up and then turn to straight. From right, wrist and fingers float up and turn to straight. For left, the wrist and fingers float up and turn to straight. Okay, let's do it with the top hand again. We'll turn to the left, so the left hand is on top of the ball. The wrists drop down, and the body turns to straight. Turn to the right. The wrist drops down, and the body turns to straight. Turn to the left. The wrist drops down, and the body turns to straight. Okay, let's do both hands together. The right hand's under the ball. Return to the left. The left hand's on top of the ball. The right wrist drops down. The left wrist and top turns to straight. Now, there's one thing I want you to notice. When the wrist and palm drop down and the fingers float behind, and the other hand floats up, right hand pass right by each other. The palm of the left hand and the palm of the right hand pass right by each other. I look for that every time I do this move. There's one other thing that I look for. As the two palms pass each other, there is a space. There are these little squarish kind of spaces between my fingers. I always look for that too. Left hand on top of the ball, right hand underneath. The top wrist drops down, the bottom wrist floats up, the two palms pass each other. You see those squares between your fingers, and then turn. Now, turn to the right. Now it's the right hand that's on top of the ball and the left hand that's underneath. The top wrist drops down, the bottom wrist floats up, the two palms pass each other, turn to straight. Turn left. Left hand on top of the ball, right hand underneath. The left hand drops down, the right hand floats up, the two pass each other, turn to the straight, turn to the right, top hands on top of the ball, bottom hands underneath, right hand down, left hand up, turn to straight. Okay, now what you did when we did that, you kind of did it naturally. I'm as certain as I can be. When the top hand dropped down and the bottom hand floated up and the two palms passed each other, you turn to straight. Now, when you turn to the other side, the hand that was in front of your chest just kind of curled gently to the top of the ball, and the other palm just kind of turned up to support the ball. Now, my guess is that you did that kind of automatically. Hands up and down, turn to straight. And then my guess is that you did that naturally. Now that you know that you're supposed to do it and you're aware of it, don't let that get in your way. Okay, so we're facing straight ahead and we turn to the wall. Left wrist down, right wrist up, turn to straight. Turn to the right. The top hand curls on top of the ball, the bottom palm turns up underneath. Top hand down, bottom hand up, turn to straight. Turn to the left. Left hand curls to the top, right hand scoots underneath. Left hand down, right hand up, turn to straight. Turn to the right. Right hand on top of the ball, left hand slithers under. Right hand down, left hand up, turn to straight, turn left, and hold the ball. Left hand down, right hand up, turn to straight, turn right, and hold the ball. Right hand down, left hand up, turn to straight, turn left, and hold the ball. Okay. Reel down, and then they position themselves to hold the ball. They move up and down, and then they position themselves to hold the ball. Up, down, hold the ball. All right. Now, how do we coordinate the body movement and the hand movement? Well, let's go over the body movement again. Hands on your tummy. Shift right, open the heel, shift over the toe, turn toward the center. Rock back, turn left, shift, and put the feet together. Open, shift, turn. Back, turn, shift. Open, shift, turn. Back, turn, shift. Okay. Now here's how you coordinate. When you open and you're holding the ball, nothing happens to the hand. When you shift the first time, the hands move up and down. And then you turn and nothing happens. And then you rock back and nothing happens with the hand. When you shift the second time, so it's open and the hands don't move. Shift and the hands move up and down. Turn, the hands don't move. Rock back, the hands don't move. Turn, the hands don't move. Shift. We're facing the right diagonal. The right hand is on top of the ball, the left hand is underneath. Open the left heel without turning out the toes. The hands don't move. As you shift over the toes, let the right wrist float down, the left wrist float up, and then without moving your hands anymore, turn toward the center. Make sure the back heel swings out. Rock back. The hands don't move. Turn left. The hands don't move. Shift and hold the ball. Open the right heel. The hands don't move. As you shift over the right toes, the hands move up and down. And then turn to the center, the hands don't move. Rock back, the hands don't move. Turn right, the hands don't move. Shift and hold the ball. Open. Hands up and down, shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Shift. And hold the ball. Open. Hands up and down, shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Shift. And hold the ball. Remember, you're facing right, so the right hand's on top. Once more, and then we'll talk about the breathing. We're facing diagonally right. We're going to open the heel in the direction of our left shoulder without turning out the toes. Shift. And the hands move up and down. Turn to the center. Make sure the right heel swings down. Walk back. Toes come up. Turn left. Everything goes left. Shift. And hold the ball. Open. Shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Shift. And hold the ball. Open. Shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Open. Shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Shift. And hold the ball. Okay. Very good. Now, How do you time the breathing? Normal breathing, you inhale and then you exhale. And notice there's a pause in between. So it's really inhale, pause, exhale. If you're working very hard, the pause will be relatively short, and the inhale and the exhale will be relatively great. When you're doing something that's quiet, you'll have a small inhale, a longer pause, and a small exhale. Now, remember, Tai Chi is a martial art, and the inhale is always the least active part of the move. And then there's the pause, and then there's an exhale. And the exhale is with the exertional part. So remember when you watch the Karate Kid, he inhales, he paused, and part of the move. Now, how do you coordinate breathing with the wild horse parts of me? You will open and inhale. You pause as you shift. And then you turn and exhale. Again. And I'll turn so that you're working in the same direction. Open and inhale. Hands up and down, shift. Turn and exhale. Rock back and inhale. Turn. Shift. And exhale. Inhale and open. Shift while you pause. Turn and exhale. Inhale, rock back. Turn. Shift, hold the wall, and exhale. Open and inhale. Hands up and down, shift. Turn and exhale. Rock back and inhale. Turn. Shift, hold the wall together as you exhale. Open. Shift. Turn. Back. Turn. Shift. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Turn. Exhale. Practice that once more. Remember, you're looking at your hands the whole time. As you open, you're watching your hands move up and down. You're now looking at the palm of your hand, but you can see the fingers of the other hand. And you turn to straight, and the hands are still in front of your face. When you rock back, they're still there. When you turn, they're still there. And when you bring your feet together and hold the ball, you're still looking at your hands. So what to do with your eyes is really easy. And let's just focus again on the breathing. Turn to the right diagonal, hands up and down. Right hand's on top of the ball, left hand's underneath. Inhale and open. Hands up and down, shift. turn and exhale. Rock back and inhale. Turn, shift and exhale. Open and inhale. Shift, turn and exhale. Rock back and inhale. Turn, shift and exhale. Open, shift, turn. Back, turn, shift. Inhale, pause, exhale. Inhale, turn, exhale. Okay, very good. So session move. Session number 2 was gentle wave begins. And this session number 3 is parts of name. Session number 4, we're going to deal with the next move, which occurs at the end of one of the wild horse parts of name. And it's called white crane spread the swing. You turn a little left, take a little step, hold the ball, rock back, heel and wrist up, turn and shift to the right, while the still shift is right, you turn back straight. So, white crane spread the swing. And then if we have time, we'll also fold the wing and get to the next move, brush knee cross. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.